staff and Chair Levy did attend the 35th Annual Centennial Accord hosted by the Suquamish Tribe, which was a very nice gathering on September 20th. The agency's highlights that were published in the Centennial Accord document are in the packet of materials. And then I'll hold over talking about staff because we plan to recognize long-term staff at our January meeting, and so I'll go into more detail about staff's years of service next month. Exciting news, we signed a contract with for an implementer on the Polaris project. So MERP is our implementer. They came out and spent 4 days with us in Lacey, and they brought just a small portion of their team to launch this new process that we've been working so diligently on. And it, they did a great deal of homework before they came. I don't know what the numbers are. I know there's hundreds of business processes that our consultants that have been working with us from SimpleSoft this last year and a half, as well as our staff, have spent developing user stories, hundreds of user stories and business processes. And so they had read most, if not all of those in advance, and really were able to dive a little bit deeper so they can really make sure they understand what the scope of the project is. We've also, staff, I really am thankful for the staff and their ingenuity and really focusing on best practices moving forward with this contracting process, because as the contract is written, we hear of many contracts for IT services in which, once you sign the contract, you're in it and you can't really get out of it unless bad circumstances happen. And I know that will not happen with us, but how they have written this contract is that with each stage, there is a scope of work, defined scope of work that must be met with those deliverables before moving to the next phase. And so it makes it easier, should something happen, for us to extract ourselves from this contract. But again, I don't foresee that happening, but very thankful for staff's work in developing and being very thoughtful with, as a self-sustaining agency, the limited funds and time that we have available, and really making sure that we get this right. So yes, we've launched with MERP. We're in deep discovery with them. That's what they call this first scope of work. The first scope of work is staff are spending a great deal of time, 3 days a week, 4 hours a day, 3 days a week with them to make sure they truly understand what is needed in those user stories and those business processes that we've worked on, which is good news, right? You rather them truly understand before they start developing. And this will give us an idea, then they'll set the stage. This will set the stage for the actual development, which is the next phase. And we're using an agile approach. Please don't make me go into more detail about what that means, but we are, the end story is we're going to need help with external users because we are replacing our external facing My Account. And so we will need licensee and tribal partner engagement to help us with the testing before launch, right? And launch is expected. We'll find out more in mid-January once we're done with deep discovery. But MERP seems pretty confident that we can launch the licensing case reporting system and billing systems for the most part by the end of this next year, by 2025. So more to come on that. And we have also decided on a product, which would be Dynamics 365. So we're just thrilled that we continue to move forward and within the cost and time constraints that we have set forth. 2 more things. House Bank Cardroom financial statement summary for 2023. A copy is in your packet, but it is also posted and available online. And then lastly, another important topic, double filling for the deputy director position. We have hired the recruitment company. We have completed our first round of interviews last week. Some candidates have been requested and asked to come back into the next stage of that process, which will happen next week. And so we will just continue to keep that recruitment open as we go through these various stages of the process, but we'll keep that recruitment open until we have hired someone, which we are hopeful will occur by the first of the year.